Hello and welcome to the Penno channel and for the match reaction to Bournemouth 2, Aston Villa 2. Uh, I'm here with my bro, Ads, to go through the game and talk and discuss the talking points from the game and our reaction to the result. Bro, how you doing after that game?
Yeah, probably feeling grateful for the point, to be honest. I feel like I'll take a point out of that. What about you?
Yeah, I'm very thankful for the point. It's one of those when you look at it from the start, you think we need 3 points, but after the way the game was played, Bournemouth were very good, and yeah, being 2-1 down with a few minutes to go and getting a draw, you take points like that. One thing I want to get across before we start is that I think we've got the most points from coming from behind in the league. So yeah, it's a big point. But yeah, going on to the game, first of all, the rumours, Ollie not being available. Unai said he was 50-50 on Friday. How were you feeling when you found out he was available and then that he was starting as well?
Well, then I just think Watkins, like he's in the lineup, and it increases your chances of scoring. He's gonna either score, assist, he's gonna win a penalty. So yeah, I was happy to see that. Because we got that news before the team sheet even came in. So I thought, okay, Watkins is starting. That's good news. And then the
Yeah,
team sheet dropped, and I was just like, what is this?
yeah. Firstly, I want to shout out FPL Villain. If you play FPL, you have his player. He's like the Villa correspondent, and he got the news out first. So shout him out. And also, I want to shout myself out because I sold him this week. So as not to keep him and jinx him. So yeah, I think you want to shout me as well because I brought in Darwin Núñez for Watkins this week. Yeah. So found out that he was starting. Let's go through the rest of the side then. We stuck with Konza at right back. Diego Carlos and Pau Torres came back in after midweek. Digne came in as well at left back. Went for a midfield four of Bailey. It was Bailey, Tielemans, Louise, McGinn, but it was alternating quite a lot in the game. And then it was like Zaniolo and Watkins up top. We kind of alternated quite a bit. Zaniolo was operating on different sides as well. Yeah, what were your thoughts on the lineup?
Yeah, I was not confident with the lineup. I don't know. Zaniolo. I just don't understand what he's done to warrant starting games in like a crunch time Premier League game where we're like going for top four on 3 points. I hear Emery's reasoning about he has to give him chances, but like this is Aston Villa, man. You have to earn your chances. You can't just get put in because you need to get your confidence up or whatever that means. Like we're trying to win games of football, man. So yeah, I wasn't inspired by the Zaniolo pick. I thought maybe we'd see Tielemans left mid and McGinn dropping central just for his pace, his ability to get across the pitch. I know he's not the best passer from build up, but I thought we might just see that instead. Bailey starting was interesting, I thought, and yeah,
Deserved.
Carlos Conza. I don't know. People have a lot of different opinions on that. I don't think it's as bad as it's made out, but obviously it did cost us one of the goals today. And then yeah, I wanted Moreno to start over Digne again today. I just thought, yeah, we'll get onto him
We'll
as
get
well.
into the game. We'll get into the game and your thoughts for sure. Bournemouth were unchanged. That was the lineup I expected them to play. And boy, do they have some players who can move with the ball. Started off brightly. A couple of opportunities for Bailey and Zaniolo in the first few minutes. I think Dougie had one as well from distance. We thought that we'd settled into the game, and then we go and make an absolute howler and a stinker of a mistake from Diego Carlos. Just comfortably playing the ball out from the back, and he's just passed it straight to Ryan Christie, who slotted in Semenyo, and he's buried it bottom corner. And it's like, can we just not go behind in the first 15 minutes of a game? It's like, it's ridiculous how many times we do that. We've done that this season. I think there's a stat, it's ridiculous about how many goals we conceded in the first 15 minutes of games. And just another game where we've gone behind away from home early. And it was all our fault. It was an unforced error. Yeah. Talk to me about that goal.
Yeah, I think we've kind of regained the ball back deep in our own half. and then we're trying to set and build again. And Carlos, for some reason, his passing normally is okay from the build up. Like it's normally not that bad, but he's just giving it straight to them. And then okay, that's the first mistake. The first mistake, he's passed it to the wrong player. Okay, we're still in our shape. We're still set. We can defend it. Then the guy decides to just jump.
He jumped a lot. He did, didn't he?
He's the only one that's decided to do this. Everyone else is fine. He thinks he's playing on the halfway line, and he's just jumped. I don't know what he was thinking. He's free.
He was in his own world, wasn't he?
Bro, I don't know what this guy's thinking. I don't know what's going through his head.
Yeah,
is that just habitual because he's taught to do that on the halfway line?
Yeah,
and he's thinking, okay, I've lost.
Because he did it perfectly last week. I was just going to say he did that perfectly last week, jumping up into the line, and maybe in his mind for the split second he thought he could play him off, but he's got it all wrong. He's just in his own head at that moment. Once he's given the ball away, he seems like he's got it in his own head, like panicked, tried to play it, and he's just well onside.
But you can't, 100% agree. But you can't do that. One, when no other defender, clearly that's his mistake because no other defenders jumped. That's not instructions.
Yeah. And I think he's just had a head. His head's just gone at that moment in time. He's just
he's left
the gone on after he's passed the ball. Yeah, for sure.
Oh, I couldn't believe it when I was watching it, and then Torres.
I couldn't believe it either. Yeah,
and it's a good finish to be fair. He still has to show composure, Semenya, you know. We'll get onto him as well.
He's a lucky boy.
Lucky boy.
Lucky boy.
Annoying goal to concede, man.
Yeah, it was, and I felt like the first 10, we had a few decent opportunities. Well, we had a few shots, should I say. Just playing ourselves into the game. It was just a sucker punch, which just an unforced error, which we do need to start cutting them out because it's really costing us. It's costing Emmy clean sheets as well. Like Emmy must be screwing at some of the defensive mistakes that we've made this season. We really have cost him. But so from there on in, not much happens. Semenya gets his booking.
They must have had another big chance though, because they've finished with 1 XG. So I think they had another in the first half.
Semenya had that was the Solanke chance, but Semenya had another shot just after that, a few minutes later.
Across the goal.
No, it was just before that, and then he had the one across the goal after we'd equalised, and we'll get onto that because what a goal it was. Leon Bailey, low socks Bailey, as Rich says.
Just before that, sorry, Villa had like half chances. This is where Zaniolo just frustrates me, man. This is where this guy just should not be starting for Aston Villa. You've been played through. Watkins, the better player, the guy in form, the striker, he's away to the right. And you're trying to come across and you're shooting. That is such bad decision making. You have to play the pass to the better player in a better area of the pitch. This guy's selfish. He's not a team player. I could deal with him if he was a team player. Like if he clearly lacks the quality to play, he clearly lacks the strength. But if he was a team player and made correct decisions for the benefit of Aston Villa, then it's like, okay, yeah, fair enough. This guy's playing for himself. It's greedy. And yeah, that just, for me, summed up his first half. The shot went miles over as well. Like he couldn't even get it on target. So yeah, just greed play. And those are like little moments where you can turn a game, I feel.
Yeah, he did. It's just this season, it hasn't worked for in the moments. It just hasn't come off for him at all. And yeah, today kind of cemented that I don't think he should be starting games for Villa. There's other players waiting in the wings. Came off at half time again. I think that's the third time he's come off at hard time now, isn't it? From the start. So yeah.
Yeah, I don't think he's completed the 90 minutes at Villa.
No, but I mean half time substitution. I think he's had a couple now. So
agreed. Yeah, but just in general, I don't think he's. I think the most he's ever got is 74.
Yeah, he kind of hammered that home today. It wasn't his best half.
It's just not good.
Paul Welford, thanks Paul for the message. Firstly, guys, how are you guys? We're good, Paul. Hope you're well. It's Hi Penny and Ad. I hope we drop Zaniolo and bring Cash and Moreno for Digne. We have a great chance to beat Man City with Docker and Grealish out. And Docker, Grealish and Rodri out. Yeah, we'll move on to that. Paul also says, I think Carlos goal was on side from other angle. We'll get onto that as well. Spengnon joins us. Thanks, Ben. Hope you're well. We're still waiting on Zaniolo. There's a player there, no lie, has been told
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's a player in there, just not a very good one, just a frustrating player. That's the player.
You're done with Zaniolo, innit? You are done.
Oh, come on, you can't be selfish.
You are done.
One thing you can't be is selfish on the pitch. You have to play the right passes, man.
I hear it today for sure. So yeah, we needed that bit of magic and it came. And the guy's been flying this season, absolutely flying. And yeah, what a goal. Leon Bailey beats 3 Bournemouth defenders inside the box and absolutely rifles it into the bottom corner. It's a fantastic finish. He's been flying, that boy, this season, hasn't it? And deserved his start today.
I think this is his first Premier League away goal for Villa, which is
mad.
Good to get that duck out of the way. And yeah, it was weird because he gets the ball and you think, what we're going to see here, is this going to be like, is he going to try cross it in? Is he going to try, I don't know, play a quick 1-2? But the finish is just unreal, man. Genuine,
it's unreal finish, isn't it?
And his confidence, wow, like it's exciting to see, man. It's exciting to see. We spoke about his performance against Spurs. I thought he kind of regressed in that game. We spoke about that, but today started off sharp. It was good to see. So yeah, well done, Leon Bailey. Got us back into the game.
Yeah, Spendon wants to say, just being sarcastic, he needs to go.
Yeah.
And Paul goes, bring Williams brothers for Zaniolo. He's not good enough. I hope we could bring Nico Williams. He signed a new deal, got a release clause. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. Paul also says Bailey will get 14 goals this season. That is a target he can hit.
Well, let's see. Let's see how many goals is on this season. Let me check.
Yeah, have a check. Well, yeah, it was an outstanding finish.
He's got 4 goals in the league. And he's at 1 in the conference. And then did he score against Hibernian? Let me check that as well.
Yeah, he did. He scored the header.
So
at Hibernian away. Spendon's got the numbers here. He's on 7 now.
7 goals, yeah. Well ahead of the curve. Well, look at 7 goals. So yeah.
So he's halfway there. Halfway there.
Man.
Definitely could get 14 this season. Definitely, and the form he's in, he's right up there as one of our most informed players.
Let's speak on Bailey then. Would you be giving him a new contract now, or would you wait till the end of the season?
How many years has he got left?
2025.
I think he deserves a new deal. I've always rated Bailey. You'd
be giving him a new deal, yeah?
Yeah, I think he's talent, real talent. And plus it conserves his value. Yeah, I'd give Bailey a new deal. What about you?
I think I'd wait to the end of the season and then make the decision. But like, if he's balling still throughout the whole, if he shows
says give him the contract.
Yeah, if he shows the season on his CV where he stays fit as well, because we can't deny like fitness has been a concern. 7-year deal. We've got Todd Bowley in that. Fitness has been a concern of him, isn't it?
Yeah.
Throughout his time at Villa, we can be honest, we love Bailey. So I'd see him playing the whole season first, see what kind of output he's doing, see if his output lasts, and then I'll give him a new deal at the end of the season.
Yeah. Spendon reiterates, once he stays fit, he will. Last 2 seasons, just up and down with injuries. That's what I've felt.
Yeah, 100%.
So yeah, Bailey gets us back into it, and then it happens. 2 minutes later, Semenyo does a blatant shirt pull on Leon Bailey in just in their half, as blatant as can be. Everyone sees it. The ref must see it, and he fails to book him and give him his second yellow. I couldn't believe that.
What's the reason? What's his reasoning from the referee?
I couldn't believe that. That is an absolute shock. Like, how can you not book him there? He's stopping. He's interfering. He's stopping the transition, and he's just blatantly pulled his shirt. It's obvious.
And he held his shirt for a good 2-3 seconds, man. And it wasn't just like a light book. He was fully stopping him from. It's a booking all day. Like, I don't understand how he's not been sent off.
It's ridiculous. And he was their brightest player today, Semenyo.
Yeah. I don't even like to get onto refs too much, but that ref has bottled it in that situation. He doesn't want to make the game uneven.
Yeah. Absolute bottle. Couldn't believe it. And then, to compound matters worse, from the free kick, Dougie swings one in, Digne heads it across, forces Diego Carlos, and he finish it. You think he's redeemed himself from the mistake he's made earlier, or for it to be called offside. Just that pattern of play for those couple of minutes is just such a heart wrencher because really you could have been then down to 10 men and Villa 2-1 up, and the other way around. There's no yellow card and a disallowed goal. Yeah,
Annoyingly, I do think it was offside, but I understand
yeah,
the Villa fan frustration. Being in the stadium and you can't even know a decision. He was going on for a good 4 or 5 minutes.
long, ridiculous time. And when they drew the lines, it did look a bit more separation than the first thought. So why the decision took so long to reach, I don't know. I know they were looking at, because I think Watkins touched it when the ball came in from Dougie, didn't it? And it went to Digne. Whether they were just looking for the Watkins touch, but it did look quite offside, to be fair. So I don't know. I don't know why it took so long. But yeah, would have been just great for Carlos to get, redeem himself that quickly into the game. But it wasn't to be. And just I couldn't believe Semenyo didn't get sent off. Paul makes a great point. Man City scored one like that and was onside. They did, I remember that, and it was onside. But yeah, I was going to say Man City get the decisions. But as you said earlier in here, Spengdon said, I didn't think that would be the worst decision today until I saw the callback on Grealish. Have you seen that, the one-on-one?
Yeah, I don't know what the rest thinking, to be honest.
Absolute stinker that one is from Simon Hooper. Yeah, that's just refereeing in general in the Prem. And as you said, I don't really like to get at refs like that. But that yellow card, that proper got to me because it was so blatant. It just changes the whole outcome of the game. Yeah. Ridiculous.
Not that we should be needing a man to get sent off to beat Bournemouth, but like a red card's a red card, and
at the end of the day, that's just so obvious. Like it's not a challenge or anything like that, and plus it's not a red card decision, so it can't be reviewed. It's just a straight booking. That's right out of the Pep Guardiola score. That is from Rodri. Like ridiculous. But yeah, moving on from that.
Fair play to Bournemouth first half because they were slicing through our two lines. Well, the line of two and then the second line of four. Like they were breaking through us with ease, and some of the football they were playing was good. They were getting it through the central. They were playing it out wide. Then they were getting off cutbacks or they get off their shots. And yeah, I was impressed with Bournemouth first half, man. I thought you could argue on the base of play they probably deserved to go in ahead.
Yeah,
I don't know, or maybe the draw.
I thought the draw was right for the first half. I thought it was fair. But say going on Bournemouth, I know Dougie had a big chance, which we'll get onto as well.
Yeah, true.
So that doesn't matter. So I think that was fair. But yes, going on Bournemouth, after watching them against Newcastle, I knew this would be a tough game.
Yeah.
They're so good with their wide players. They operate their wide players well. And I think it's just taken Iriola a bit of time because they've had such hard fixtures. If you go and have a look at Bournemouth's fixtures, they've had a tough run in so far.
Yeah.
I think they're starting to click now.
They're injuries as well. They've had Scott and Tyler Adams been injured for
the season. They're not even available still.
Yeah.
Lloyd Kelly was out for them today, and he's been a big player for them as well.
So but we said beforehand, we weren't underestimating Bournemouth. Like we knew this was going to be a tough game today,
for sure,
especially at their place.
For sure. Paul says, "I like the arbiter to perform against Man City and Watkins to score against them."
Hopefully,
I agree. Hopefully. And you said, we miss Kamara. He's vital in midfield. Yeah, we did miss Kamara today. I didn't think Tielemans had a bad game at all.
Did you not?
Nah, I didn't think it was bad. I didn't. I just thought we were just overrun. I don't think that's his role.
I think this is why I kind of didn't want Tielemans to be scapegoated by playing him centre mid because we knew Douglas was not going to be making those kind of tackles with a yellow away from suspension with the City game. Agreed. So I knew Douglas's game was going to be timid today. I mean, a couple of times he was getting beat and he was just refusing to engage in contact. And I don't even think that was a bad decision. So I thought maybe play McGinn central, make him make them tackles and play Tielemans further up, which is more his game. I mean, second half we'll come on to Tielemans, what happened with him in one of the big chances they managed to get off with Solanke. But yeah, I just thought Tielemans kind of gets scapegoated playing in that midfield today.
I agree. That's what I didn't think he had a bad game for Tielemans and how he plays. I didn't think he had a bad game.
Yeah, I think he got done quite a bit, but it's understandably there's context to it. I think.
Yeah, I agree.
Like he just should.
That's not his game. It's not his game at all. Moving on from that, Solanke had a good chance on 32 minutes. Hit it straight at Emmy. his left foot, and that was kind of a warning for how Solanke was going to get at us.
Good play.
Bournemouth had another huge chance, and it's probably the tackle of the season so far, the best I can remember. Justin Kluivert's put through 1-on-1, and Konza gets back and makes an absolutely ridiculous tackle.
It's mad how he sleep for it as well. It's like 2 feet fully jumped into it like a leg
jumped
drop,
across and like clipped with his heel, like ridiculous tackle, absolutely ridiculous tackle.
I think it came from Zaniolo. I think he went for a shot maybe, or he lost possession of the ball, and then we were just open on transition on the counters. They went through our midfield, and thankfully Konza, amazing recovery pace to make that tackle.
Yeah, ridiculous tackle, and that was the game. Bournemouth on transition were getting at us, pressed really well as well. Is it a worry that teams pressing us now, especially away from, well, not from home, but away from home? Is it a worry when we're getting pressed away from home, we're seeming to lack that control? Okay, we had a lot of possession today, but did it feel like we had control of the game?
No, I don't know. Do you think it's a worry? I'll ask you, Len. Do you think it's a worry? Like,
oh, reverse question. Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, a little bit. I am worried a little bit because we've gone to Spurs, albeit Spurs have got a draw Man City and Bournemouth now, and the Forest game as well. And when we're getting pressed, sometimes we're just panicking a little bit at times. It's not as comfortable at home. We don't panic at home. It just feels totally different. And I know Unai's trying to drum into them. We want to control games. This is how we want to play. It's just taking time away from home, so it is a bit worrying. But then again, we're fourth in the league, and we're 4 off Arsenal, and one behind City and 2 behind Liverpool. So yeah. But it is a little bit. What about you? What do you think?
Yeah, it's weird because I don't actually think outside of Burnley we've had complete control in an away game all season.
Yeah,
where you'd say we've fully gone there and we've put, I don't know what's the word, where you put like your performance on show.
Yeah,
like you
stamped a performance.
You stamp the way you want to play onto the game. And outside of Burnley, like if you look to our games, Chelsea until the red card, we were struggling a bit. Liverpool game, Newcastle, Wolves, and then Forest. Forest were good at pressing us as well. So Spurs as well last week and then today. Like it's not really convincing performances. I do think people have kind of sussed out how we build up a bit. So we are like facing better presses from opposition managers. But yeah, it'd be nice to get some control.
But it doesn't feel like that at home though. It don't feel like that at all. I know, but why is that?
Well, firstly, the personnel's different, isn't it? I don't think Carlos has started a home game, so that could be one reason. Like they're not used to. Maybe there's still like lag in getting used to like playing with Carlos and then Konza right back. And then I just think, I don't know what it is at home as well. I think teams maybe sit off us more. It's weird, isn't it? Like Bournemouth at home is a completely different game.
Totally different.
Tactically to Bournemouth away. It was the same last season. I know it was different managers, but yeah. It's interesting why we're so like calm.
It's time because we're moving away from last season with the 6-2 away from home, where we're getting results that way and being very good defensively. We're now trying to control games at both home and away, and we're unreal at home. It's just going to take a bit of time away from home, and that's just how it is, how it's going to be. Even though we did have the lion's share of possession today, where we had like 61% of it. But when you look at it, Bournemouth had more shots on target, better XG. So yeah, it will come. It will come for sure. Just before the end of the half, then Dougie has a massive chance. Bailey again with a great ball across. Yeah, big chance that was to go in 2-1 at half time, wasn't it?
Yeah, a guy that's got him in my fantasy team as well. I was hoping like double dopamine from that, but yeah, he is what it is. He's got the shot off on target. That's probably could pull it into like the corner a bit more, or it's a good save.
Yeah, for sure. So going into half time, then what were you expecting? Just a Zaniolo change, or were you expecting?
No, I genuinely thought he might make a triple change.
Oh, that's what I thought.
Because first half, I'm sorry, it always feels like I get onto him. But when the ball's played on our left-hand side into Digne and there's space, sometimes he can be so slow that it turns into a duel when it just shouldn't be. And because we don't get to see the other side of it where a faster player would have got the ball and then maybe attacked, it's like we're being robbed of opportunities, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
But it gets forgotten about because it will go out for our throw-in and we'll keep the ball or whatever. But yeah, I thought Digne, Zaniolo, and Tillemans might have come off for Ramsey, Moreno, and Diaby,
Yeah.
and then move McGinn central.
See, I thought that, but I didn't think Moreno would come on. I thought Cash would come on.
Yeah.
And possibly Carlos go off.
Yeah.
That's what I thought might have happened.
Carlos could arguably be taken off for what he did for the goal.
Yeah, and it just didn't seem to work. That right hand side, it sounded like we were getting overwhelmed by Semenyo on that right hand side. It really did. And yeah, going into the start of the second half, it's kind of the same pattern, wasn't it? And it seemed like it was only a matter of time before they'd score. And they did. Kirkez has done well down the left-hand side, played the ball across, and it's a smart turn and finish by Solanke. He's rolled Pau Torres there really well, and he's finished it. Fantastic finish. And I said, if we ever did lose Watkins, God forbid we don't, I don't want to lose him. He's unreal. But if we did, I think Solanke's the ready-made replacement in that sense. I think he's a quality striker. But yeah, great goal from them. And 2-1, back down to 2-1. What were your thoughts of the goal?
Yeah, it comes down what our right hand side, and it's crossing. I think Douglas kind of gets done a bit by Solanke's movement, and then the other two centre backs can't cover. And it's a good finish, man. He's done well. He knows where the goal is. He doesn't even have to look properly. So
yeah, I don't think he looks up. Yeah, I don't think he looks up. He literally turns on the ball, doesn't look up at all. Looks just knows where he is in the box, and he's just turned Pau. Can't get across it quick enough. It's a great finish.
It's another goal that's given your theory substance about how we just concede 15 minutes after the break.
Bro, that's another one. We're right up there for conceding goals. You know, from 46 minutes to 60, we are right up there for conceding goals. I don't know what it is. The starts of halves, we're just asleep. I don't know what Emery's telling them at the start of games or the start of the second half.
Because it happens away and it happens home and away now.
I know. It's mad. I don't know what it is. Is Forest, both goals were in that same time period, weren't they?
First 15 minutes of each half, yeah?
Yeah, today. Spurs was a bit later. But yeah, just, I don't know. Just asleep again, man.
Well, yeah, it's a good finish. Yeah. He was looking a bit bleak when that went in because they'd had chances in the first half. We'd been warned, and now this time they just took their chance. And then 2-1, and then we got a bit of a mountain to climb.
Yeah, and that's how it felt. And I think at 2-1, I was thinking, "Oh, this is going to be difficult to get back in." They didn't stop, and again, they could have got a third. And my man of the match, because I think he kept us in the game today, was Emi Martinez. Makes a ridiculous save from Dom Solanke. Just before that, Watkins had a good chance, which was blocked. But yeah, Emi, what a save. What a ridiculous save. Felt like the game was going to be over from that because the pressure Bournemouth were putting on us in that spell was ridiculous. Yeah, how were you feeling then?
Yeah, that point kind of like relates back to what I was saying about Tillemans. Like Tavernier on the right hand side, Tillemans has reached in and he's been completely done, and we're just exposed. He carries it all the way to the box. He plays it across for a big high XG chance for Solanke, and Martinez just saved us again, man. He's genuinely saving us these games. It's crazy. Like, I know that's what he's paid to do, but
it's ridiculous, isn't it? Like the last two games, he's just kept us in. He's got us 4 points. He's ridiculous. Ridiculous goalkeeper. He's on fine form right now. Ridiculous save from Dom Solanke. Ryan Christie had another opportunity after that.
He was good today, by the way.
He was their man of the match, I think. Him and Semenyo were their best players. I thought Christie was really good. And he doesn't usually operate in the centre of midfield. And not from when I remember him at Celtic and stuff. I swear he used to play out wide. But yeah, since he's been at Bournemouth, he's playing really well, and yeah, he had a really good game today.
Yeah, and then after their goal, Emery had seen enough. About 10 minutes later, he took off McGinn, which I thought was interesting, and he brought on Duran.
It was interesting seeing McGinn go off, when it instead of moving in central.
Yeah,
That was interesting. Yeah, maybe he thought McGinn's legs were a bit gone. Played a lot of football recently, and we went straight
and we
for
got
it, two up top.
we got to see Watkins, and this is what I wanted to see against Leisure. But Watkins wasn't fit, was he? So we kind of got robbed
Yeah,
with it. But they've got good link up play, man. There's a little bit of understanding between Duran and Watkins. I mean, we saw it for that chance. Duran
yeah.
had that unluckily deflected and hit off the post. But yeah, that was a nice bit of link up play.
Nice
Louis
turn,
played,
wasn't it, as well?
Watkins held it up and laid it off for Duran, and yeah, it was a good effort, I thought.
Yeah, it was a nice turn, wasn't it? And he got his shot off, and yeah, unlucky, hit the post. I think he was going across Neto, but in the end, took a deflection and he hit the post. And yeah, you're just hoping now. Emery's thrown it. Emery's thrown it at it. He said,
Yeah,
"You know what? Fuck it, I'm gonna go for it." So, triple
that's what he
subs.
said. He said, "Fuck it, man." He said, "Let's
Literally,
do
he
it."
just said, "Let's go, let's go." So he's taken off Tielemans.
No, no.
Was it not Tielemans? No,
He took off
Bailey.
Bailey, yeah.
Yeah. Do you take off
Konza,
Konza? Yeah, Bailey,
took off
Konza,
Konza, and Dean.
and Dean. Yeah, Luca Dean. So he's gone for it. Cash, Moreno, and Cash, Moreno, and Musa Diaby. I can't believe didn't start, but yeah, Musa Diaby come on, and then we start to get back in the game a bit. Then, don't we? The pressure starts to go on to Bournemouth, and you're just hoping we get an opportunity, we get a chance. And what a goal! What a goal it is! Great ball across over to Diaby, and you've got him one-on-one against the fullback. He just wanted to back himself, cuts inside, whips a beautiful ball over, and the header is a joke.
It's ridiculous.
His head's like here. How his headed it? He's behind his shoulders. How he's managed to divert that in the far corner is ridiculous. What a header from Watkins. And that guy Watkins
We're
now.
just not surprised about this guy anymore. Like, we put him in our team as this season for a reason. Like, this guy is one of the best strikers in football. I do not care this season. He's been elite. His output's there. His link up play still there. He's winning his duels. He's winning penalties when he doesn't score. He's getting assists. And yeah, I'm just grateful, man, that he plays for Aston Villa. And all the talk about needing a new striker, we have to stop now, man. We have to stop all like moaning about him not being clinical. Like, what are you saying? Haaland missed an open goal today. Strikers miss chances. They're supposed to miss chances. But what you want is them to continue getting chances. And Watkins, 2 goals now in his last 2 games.
That's 8 goals and 6 assists in the league. Plus, he's won 2 penalties on top of that as well. He's on 14 GA. I think he's 2 off Salah and 4 off Haaland. I think Haaland got 2 assists today, didn't he? I think Haaland's on 18, Salah's on 16, Watkins on 14. That's the top 3. He's got 4 more than Saka.
Joke of a
player. Ridiculous player. Yeah, and he's flying. I think he's 3rd in the goal scoring charts as well. Level on with Bowen.
Big up Diaby. We've said this season his expected assists are right up there. Like, he's up there with Salah, and again he's got another assist. So
yeah,
fair play to Diaby, man. Came on and made the decision.
Huge. Facts. Yeah, and that was it. Not much more really happened. Bournemouth were trying, but nothing really happened towards that. And we get a point. We get a point from a losing position, and you have to take those. You really have to take those. 4 points from Spurs and Bournemouth. Okay, we beat Spurs. You'd like to see 6, but 4 points, unbeaten in those 2 games, and we move on to a big week of football. And having watched the City game and seen what's happened with Rodri now being suspended, Grealish being suspended, Daka going off injured, there's an opportunity there. Whether we take it or not, we'll have to wait and see, but there is an opportunity there. So yeah, Paul goes, Defo need to see us buy a quick right back in January. I think right back's imperative for us this January. We need to sign an extra striker. Paul, I don't know. I think Duran can do it, and I'm not sure. I like Duran, I do. He might need a loan and we get another striker, but it's just getting a striker who's happy to be second choice to Watkins, who's of a level to replace him. It's difficult, especially if you're not, in the Champions League as of yet. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens with that. Overall, your man of the match then? Who's your top performer?
Emi Martinez.
Yeah, facts. Mine.
But Watkins can be up there as well. But yeah, Martinez again. He's the reason we've left. Like, I agree with what you said about the points. 4 points, it's amazing. Like, I'll take that all day. But performance-wise, you'd like to see some kind of improvement. And I feel like Martinez has earned his wages these past 2 weeks, and he's got us these points, man. So yeah, back-to-back weeks, Martinez is my man of the match.
He's performing like Emi Martinez. He's performing like, in like title races and stuff, or going for Champions League when Alissons and Edersons and stuff like that, where they like need the keeper to just be at it because they're having an awful day or poor day. Martinez is that guy. Like, he's just kept us in 2 huge games and world class, ridiculous. Paul says the Villa versus Man City game is it on Prime? I assume so. I think all the games midweek are on Prime, aren't they? We will be there. Don't know if it's going to be snowing that day, but hopefully not. But yeah, we'll be there in the cold, no doubt. It will be freezing. Can't wait for that. And Grealish bottled it. Didn't fancy starting a game at Villa Park again. I don't think he ever will.
He's still a Villa fan, man. Like, I seen that booking. He didn't have to kick the ball away. He knew what he was doing, and he made up for it by getting the goal. Like, he's won both ways.
Yeah, he didn't fancy it at all.
But Rodri's a massive miss. Like, I know City are amazing and they will still be favourites for the game, but we saw earlier this season City are not the same without Rodri.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I was buzzing about that. Douglas didn't get booked today, so he's going to be available for City. Kamara, we get back. So yeah, we've got to take all the little wins and small margins and go into that game with confidence, man. The league table now: Arsenal 33 points, Liverpool 31, City 30, Villa 29, and then Spurs behind 27. So we stay in 4th.
Oh, it's massive this week, isn't it? Oh, it's massive. To be in this position, 14 games gone, it's mad. It's mad, and I love it. So yeah, can't wait for this week. Let's see where we really are and what level we're really at.
Let's hope we keep this 100% home record, then we might be.
Bring it on, bro. Let's just see. Paul mentions, I think Grealish wants Villa to get Champions League football. That's why he's got it booked.
Exactly. He knew what he was doing.
What, did you think he's that good he'll affect the game like that?
Yeah. He knew what time it was.
Edit. What was I going to say now? So overall, thoughts on... I think there's a chance that the 4 players that came on today could all start in midweek.
Yeah.
I really think the 4 that came on could all start, except for Duran. But the other 4, I think will start. I could see that happening.
Thoughts on Ramsey's cameo? He got 44 minutes today.
It's all right. I don't know. No, it was okay, I thought. What about you?
I thought. No, I didn't think he had the best game. But it's understandable. Like, he's coming back from injury. Like, he still doesn't look 100% fit to me. So I see why his minutes are getting eased. But he showed some nice play. On the touchline, came inside and then he played that pass. But apart from that, I don't think he had the desired impact we would have wanted. But listen, Ramsey's got so much credit in the bank from last season and how good we know he can be. So let's just see when he's 100% fit and getting more games.
Yeah, and with Bubba back now, goes back to Bugbear Dougie. It'll be interesting to see what that left-hand side is against City.
Yeah.
Because I think it will be, what do you do with Leon Bailey?
Yeah.
And Diaby? Like, that's a huge conversation now.
Does he play in both and just go for it? Or
it's a huge conversation. So many options, which is fantastic. It really is. Anything you want to add, bro?
I don't know. Big up all the Villa fans that travelled again. You could hear them. You could hear him on TV. Even when we were losing, they were still supporting the team and that.
Couldn't hear the Bournemouth fans. It was all Villa. That game.
Yeah, I'll say big up to
getting there
Bournemouth as
down in
well.
the snow.
Big up Bournemouth as well, man. They played well today. That was a good game. I think all the games that played today were quite decent, man. Like
Oh, I said
from the squad.
for a neutral watching the games today, well, mad.
Yeah, man.
Liverpool come from behind in the last few minutes from 3-2 down. Sky had the West Ham game on. And Chelsea
Yeah, it's
won
one of
4-2, didn't
the
they?
worst. Yeah,
Yeah.
Chelsea.
Yeah.
I don't think Brighton are gonna. I think managing Europa and Premier League, I think they're gonna struggle now. They've got too many injuries. I think.
They've got a lot of injuries, haven't they?
Yeah, I can't see Brighton
yeah,
being a threat for us this season. I think
I
Chelsea.
imagine
are
they
more
drop off. Yeah, fact. I think Chelsea will pick up form, especially with Nkunku coming back soon. But yeah, I think Spurs. That's a massive result for them. So it'll be neck and neck with us too, and Newcastle. I'm still not convinced by Manchester United. I'm not convinced at all.
Oh, they're a bottom half. They're probably like a bottom half team, man.
Yeah.
I don't think we've got to be worried about them.
Well, we have a great chance. And when you pick up points like this from losing positions, got every chance. So, yeah, up the Villa, that was great. Great stuff. Thanks, bro, for joining me on this one. We'll try and sneak in a preview for the City game, just a short vid at some point over the next few days. But yeah, again, if you enjoy the content, if you could like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new around here, and drop a comment at the bottom of the video. Bro, what's your question
thoughts on the
this
game?
week?
Just their thoughts on the game. Like, what did they think of the game?
Yeah,
Anything they want to rant about? Anything they want to say that we
Get
might
off
have
your
missed, or
chest.
anything they disagree with us about? Like, yeah, just drop it in comments.
Yeah, great stuff. Yeah, thanks again, bro, for joining me, and enjoy your Sunday evening.
Up the Villa.
Cheers, up the Villa, guys.